Hey, Johnnie O Jackson here. I guess you see me in many different places, and not at Metroplex this time. We're actually here with a buddy of mine, Steven here. I'm here to talk to his class. He'll tell you a little bit about the class.
We have top-level athlete working on speed, agility, and conditioning for a bunch of kids and helping them be better athletes, better kids. It's a real fun thing. We've been doing it for about 5 years, and very excited. This is our second year here in Argyle. Get to run on the football field and do what we do. Have some fun.
Yeah, so for some reason he asked me to come in and, we're going to talk a little bit about training and nutrition, stuff like that, and fun things, not just boring stuff. But this is always cool to come out and talk to the kids and the upcoming superstars and athletes and, next Johnny Jacksons and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And your coach has told me so much about you guys, believe it or not. He brags about you guys down at Metroplex down in Arlington where we lift. And so I had to come up here and meet you guys myself, because he talked about you so much and how good you guys are developing and stuff like that and motivated. So that's awesome. So just keep up the good work, always listen to him, do your training, make sure you stretch before you guys come out here, before you leave home. Make sure you drink plenty of water. If you're going to get at least a half a gallon of water in before you guys come out here for practice, that'd be great, or any practice, and do some stretching on your own. Don't just come out here and do the stuff out here that your coach put out for you guys to do. You can do a little bit on your own to make yourself just that little bit better. You know what I mean? And then your teammates who aren't doing it, you'll be a little bit better than them, so then you can pick at them and about how better you are than they are. So remember that. And then also, you guys are young and got energy out the yin yang, but you still got to eat. One of the most important things, you guys are out here performing, and you want to get better, and you want your bodies to develop and get better also. So make sure you get up in the morning, have your breakfast, if you can, within 2 or 3 hours after you have breakfast, try to have something else, a piece of fruit or something like this, and then go in, have a nice full lunch, and then after lunch also try to have another piece of fruit or some peanuts or crackers or something like this, before dinner. And what would be great is actually have like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or an apple or banana would be actually the best because of the potassium before you guys come out here to practice also, and before dinner. Or anything like that. Yep.
When did you start training?
I started lifting actually when I was 8 years old, and I'm 42. Actually, he's older than him. So, this is a lifelong deal. You know what I mean? I never broke, knock on wood, never broke a bone in my life. A lot of people say that's a little bit too, young to train, but it really isn't if it's controlled. The push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, stuff like this, and then eventually graduated into weights. And when doing this, it helped me build, a lot of good bone density, or better bone density, so I didn't break any, like I said, arms or anything like that, or bones at all, growing up. Yep.
What age do you think you should start lifting weights?
I say somewhere between 13 and 15. You can start experimenting on, a little bit of controlled lifting. Especially if you get your parent or your coach or something like that, watching you and regimenting what you do is perfectly fine.
I started lifting weights when I was 5.
Oh, yeah? How old are you now? 4?
8.
That's funny.
Any other
Do you
questions?
enjoy it? Do you still lift, or not so much?
I can lift through it. Except I don't lift as much as I used to because I felt this wrist hit concrete. I was wind sprinting and it hit concrete.
Yeah.
And it only happened a few months ago, but it's still sore.
Yeah, but
I can lift. I can punch my punching bag and stuff.
cool. Yeah, that's always good. Instead of your mom or your dad.
No, I'm his. My mom has.
You're his
My
punching
mom
bag?
has not bought me
The truth
gloves.
comes out. Huh?
Right?
Yeah.
My mom has not
Here
bought me
comes the
gloves for my
confessions.
punching bag because I'm using her punching.
You have a question? Athlete great. Well, thank you, Mr. Jackson.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson.
Awesome.
So this was a cool deal, coming out here talking to the kids. You know, it's always a great thing to do. You know what I mean? Is just something, you know, an athlete like myself, or you know, anyone that has kids, or you don't want to have kids, or just care about kids, you know, should come out and just speak to them. You know, give them a sense of people care and care about what they're doing, and you know, somebody's watching what they're doing also. You know, just give them a little motivation and stuff like this, and can show them, you know, where it can lead into multiple things. You know, these kids might have not known anything about bodybuilding or anything like that, but to actually meet, you know, professional bodybuilder, just that alone. Many times I heard people say, you know, I was the first one they met, and you know, just talking to them and stuff like that just inspired them, you know, to try to pursue it on their own. And in the midst of that, you know, they became a healthier them, you know, and you know, inspired, you know, family members and stuff like this. So, you know, you never know what you can spark, you know, especially in a child or in a kid. And you know what I mean? I always try to do my part to try to do this, so whenever I can. So, you know, this is always special, always a very special thing to me, and always, hopefully, I'll be able to do it and get invited to things like this to be able to do it. So, you know what I mean? Stay tuned. Hopefully, we'll have some more for you. Huh?